everybody. It's really fun to
Hi.
be here.
You look so pretty.
Hi. Thank
Hi.
you. Of course, I'm wearing head turner from the
Of
wig companies.
course. Of
Naturally.
course. We'll get into that in just a second. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to give a few more minutes to let everybody join.
Okay, great.
It's good to see everybody. I hope everybody's
Hi,
having a
Becky.
great week. And with the storms, everybody's staying safe. But just get comfortable. If you have a question, next to the little comment spot at the bottom of the live, there's a little box with a question mark on it. If you tap that, you can submit your questions, and we're going to open it up to questions at the end. Throughout the live, we're going to talk to Cathe, and I'm going to ask her all these great questions. We're going to get to know her a little bit more. But just to get to know you guys, comment where you're from, where you're watching from. If you have any questions while we're talking, just pop them in there, and I'll definitely relay them to Cathe while we're chatting. I hope everybody has fun and has fun watching. We're just going to get comfortable and get right into it soon. For everybody that just joined, I was talking about hair and happiness and kind of why I'm so excited about it. But it's going to be a series where each month we're going to pick one of our followers, one of our clients, our customers, somebody that we admire and has a great story. And we're going to go live with them and just let everybody else get to know them. So it's going to be so fun. I'm so excited. Hi, everybody. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get started. So Cathe, can you tell us your name and where you're from, just a little bit about yourself?
Okay, my name is Cathe Lartigue. I am originally from New York City. I was born and raised in New York, and later on moved to New Jersey with my family, and now I am transplanted into the suburbs of Philadelphia.
So you're a New Yorker,
So,
so I already know,
yeah,
tell it like it is, right?
that's right. I tell it like it is. There is no holding back. So that's how it is. That's the story.
Well,
And I'm
thank you guys
always
for
transparent.
joining. Yeah, so thank you guys for joining. So this is Cathe. Her Instagram handle is atypical60, and I love her feed. You have to go follow her. She's so, like, you have great style. I love it. I love your
Thank
hairstyles, all of
you.
that. We're going to get right into that. So tell us a little bit about your journey with wigs, kind of your how your story ended up from the beginning to where you are now. Can you tell everybody about that?
Sure. And I hope I don't bore you guys. Basically, my hair loss didn't occur suddenly. It's something that happened over the years. Some people are affected by physical illness. Some people are affected by the natural pro-aging process. For me, I had more of an emotional and stress issue that kind of affected my hair, and it was done by me. I have trick, otherwise known as trichotillomania. I pull my hair, and this, trust me, this started when I was in high school, at that age where we all need an emotional rescue. Without going into specific details, every time that I was stressed, I would pull my hair out. I would also pick at my scalp, which was not a good thing. But at the time, my bio hair was so incredibly thick that I really didn't notice anything until later on when I was in my 40s, around that menopause age. So at first, I thought it was just thinning hair due to menopause and kind of like getting a little bit more age related. But my hair still kept falling out, and I still kept tugging without realizing that this was an issue. I was tested for thyroid issues, and everything came back. Finally, one day, and I was in my late 40s, almost in my 50s. I was at my OBGYN's, and while we were talking, I was pulling my hair. And he happened to ask me, "Hey, how long have you been doing this?" And when I told him all, like, since I was a teenager, he came over, examined me, you know, my hair, and just from observing, he told me what I had. He was like, "You have trick. Your issue is that you have done permanent damage from all the pulling and tugging and taking out and just like messing with your scalp. And what I did could not be reversed." And that's when I started using Topic. Now, for all of you ladies who haven't gone full on wig yet, Topic is a product that I believe when you are first starting your hair loss journey or have thinning hair, it is an excellent product to use. It is hair fibers. You sprinkle it on. It's a bit messy at first, ain't gonna lie, but it does hide spots. It's good for kind of a quick fix. But as you start losing more hair, you're going to have to move on to something a little bit better. And that's when I started using toppers. Now, for me, my bio hair's texture is very coarse, wiry, dry. The wave pattern was really, really wonky. So getting a topper was extremely difficult because the texture of the topper would never match my bio hair. And it was then that I realized that I needed something more, and that's when I began my actual wig journey. At the time, there really wasn't much to choose from because this is going back like quite a few years ago. There weren't a lot of women that were reviewing on YouTube. Basically, it was going online, looking at maybe one, two, or three wig vendors that they had at the time, and kind of just looking at stock photo pictures. The first wig that I ever purchased was Scorpio by Revlon. It was a bob with bangs. It served the purpose. And I'm going to be honest with you, if you are new to a wig journey, when you first try that wig, it's going to be weird. Because when I first wore a wig, it was weird. I kind of didn't feel like me, and my reaction was not how I looked, but it was more how I felt and how I thought other people were going to think. And that's one thing that I have to honestly tell you. Do not listen to anybody. Do not think about what others think. This is your journey. It is not theirs. And this is the time for you to be 100% selfish. Because if you're not going to build up that confidence. And that's how I took it from there. I mean, it's definitely a learning process. But I think that the good thing is any woman who is ready to embark on a wig journey is very fortunate now, because we're at a time where there are so many wig vendors out there. You don't even have to go to a store. You can do this in the privacy of your own home, and you can research by reviews and by watching YouTube reviews, because honestly, that is the best education you are going to get. You are going to get a fabulous education when you watch the average woman who maybe has the same shaped face that you do, maybe wears glasses, maybe her features are similar to yours, her face shape could be the same. There are tons of women out there that are doing reviews, and you are going to find one that is going to suit your needs, and that's going to help you with your journey.
That's awesome. And Cathe, I noticed from your social media page and just from getting to know you, and I was so happy that you were our first guest because we've met in person. So that's really cool. We met in New York at this wig party. It was super
That's
fabulous.
right.
But so I just know from meeting you and just looking at your Instagram how confident you are. And I know so many women are maybe just a little bit more reserved when it comes to wearing wigs. So like, tell us where do you get all that confidence from, and what advice would you give to somebody that's new to wigs?
Okay. The confidence was built over a little bit of time, But there comes an aha moment, and every single one of you have either had that aha moment or you're going to get that aha moment where you look in the mirror, you have a wig on, and you are going to own it because this is your hair. It's not your bio hair, but it's your hair. You bought it, you love it, it's yours. And then you are going to take that wig that you absolutely love. It's going to be on your head. You're going to get dressed. You're going to have your makeup on, and you are going to sashay out of your house, and you are going to saunter around town, and people are going to notice how great you are. They're not going to notice that you're wearing a wig. They're going to notice, whoa, your hair, it looks so great. Because I cannot tell you how many times I've been out in public and I've had women come up to me asking me, where did you get your hair styled? And I do not lie. I'm like, oh, you like it? It's a wig. It's fake. You got to buy it. And it's always great because that just opens the door to a great conversation with women. And it's just a wonderful way to kind of meet new friends and to say to women, hey, this is empowering. You can be empowered too. Don't worry about your hair. And I also think that wigs are good, especially in this time of pandemic when it's been very difficult for women to get to the hairdresser or the hairstylist. Honey, put a wig on. You're not going to have to worry about a thing.
And I noticed when we kind of went over some of the questions I was going to ask you, I love how you said to shake your wig like a martini. So,
that's it.
So what are some of your tips with like taking your wig out of the box and maybe somebody that's new to wigs that doesn't really, like they get it at home and they don't know what to do? Tell us some of your favorite tips when you take that wig out of that box.
Well, that's the thing. A lot of times what you need to know is a lot of these wigs that are on the websites of the wig vendors, they've been styled and, you know, like, let's face it, the models that they're using are really gorgeous. They've had proper makeup, proper lighting. So when you take it out of the box, you may go, oh, huh, that's the wig I bought. But have no fear. All you have to do is just shake that. The best thing that you can do when you take a wig out of the box is shake it like a martini, not stir it, because we don't like our martinis stirred. We like them shaken, and we like our wigs shaken. So you just shake, 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 and then you can just finger style it. Like with me, I like big hair. Coming from New York, especially Long Island, I love big hair. Like big hair is, I can't do little hair. And a lot of people don't like permatease. That's another thing. Look for a wig that may not have permatease. I love permatease. But to make your hair bigger and to release the fibers, shaking does wonders. And play with the wig. When you get it on you, kind of like, you can switch it around. It doesn't matter if an ear tab is maybe a little bit higher than the other. Switch around the parting space. You might not like it in the middle. You might like your wig switched over to one side slightly. You can do it because this is your hair. It's nobody else's. So you have the freedom to basically style that wig the way that you want. The only advice that I would definitely give as far as getting professional help is if you're going to trim your wig or style it with a scissor, I suggest going to a professional because some of us are danger with a scissor. I'm very dangerous with a scissor. So I would never, I mean, I'm the one who went to trim my daughter's bangs when she was 5 and I cut her eyelid. So like,
oh no.
Yeah, she's 30 and she still reminds me of this. So yeah,
the scissors down. The great thing too is there are so many more stylists that are kind of getting on board with wigs than there were just 5 years ago. I feel like most hairstylists or hairdressers, you would take your wig to them and they would be like, oh no, I'm not going to touch it. I'm scared. And then wig shops don't customize wigs either. But a lot of stylists have been getting certified and educated on how to cut wigs the proper way, how to style them. So if you have any questions, you guys reach out to me. Ask Christina at thewigcompany.com is my email address. but send me your location and I can recommend somebody in your area that has been certified and that's great with wigs. But yeah, put the scissors down. Don't do it yourself. It's not a DIY type of thing.
Now, listen to Christina. She knows. I swear I have seen her in action styling wigs, and she's amazing.
Oh, thank
So,
you. Okay, Cathe. So back to our questions. What are your
okay.
favorite wig brands?
Okay. My favorite wig brands, other than I have to tell you, the wig company's Statements house brand is one of my favorites. Like, I'm going to be showing some of the wigs in a couple of minutes, and I think that they are absolutely supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. My
Oh,
other
yes.
my other top three are Gabor, Raquel Welch, and Aesthetica. Those are the wigs that, for me, work so well. But everybody needs to try different brand wigs. There are some brands that don't fit my head because my head is a little larger. It's like all the brains that I have. And then some people have a more petite, like there are other women that have a more petite frame and a more petite head. Another brand that makes a smaller wig would work really well for them. So I think the thing is you really have to do your homework, because all the brands that I've mentioned that are my favorites are absolutely excellent. I have had many of these wigs well over a year, and they are still performing beautifully.
That's awesome. So it's not
Mm-hmm.
really necessarily about the brand. It's more so about like what fits you best. So maybe
Exactly.
when you're shopping on our website on thewigcompany.com, focus on styles. And then of course we're always available. Like that's why I'm so happy to be joining the team, because I'm there for you 24/7. If you have any questions when you're shopping, you can DM me, you can email me. But just focus on the styles and like the cuts, and then we can, go into colors and things. But don't narrow it down to it has to be a certain brand or it has to be this, because then you're just kind of narrowing it down. And like Cathe said, there's so many amazing styles out there at all the different price points, so you don't want to miss out. But so, what are your favorite styles? Let's look at those. I know everybody's
Okay.
been waiting to see you kind of transform into some different personas over here.
I love long hair, but my favorite, all-time favorite style is the bob. To
The
me, the
bob.
bob is so stinking classic. It's amazing. It's like great in the summer. It's great in the winter. It's great for work. It's great for every day. I mean, with a bob, you just can't, like, you don't even have to think about it. You just put a
Yeah.
bob on your head and go. And the great thing about bobs is that there are even like many lengths for various like face shapes. I have an incredibly square face. So I like a bob that comes below my chin with like slight layering just to soften up the hard edges. So I think that there's a bob out there for everybody because it's a very, very versatile style.
Well, can you grab a style and let's see which one is it? Which one are you going to show us first?
You know what?
I'm
I'm
going to
going to
plug in
show
my
Summer Heat. Now, hold on, ladies. I'm taking my hair off. And with it came the wig cap. Oh,
It's
and it
still there.
fell. Oh, it is? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I wore it, but you know what? And I took your advice. I used to wear my wig cap like really close to my hairline. And
Yeah.
after seeing your little video tutorial with Summer Heat with your mom,
Yeah.
who is adorable, I started
Yeah.
wearing it back farther. So yeah, I learned from you. Okay, now
Good. Yeah, we
this is
always
Summer
recommend
Heat.
putting your wig cap a little bit behind the hairline and also the wig a little bit behind the hairline. It always looks more flattering and more realistic. But let me pull
Now,
up Summer Heat. I'm going to get the pricing for everybody so they can just have an idea. Summer Heat is one of my favorite styles, and you see that I put it on my mom and I styled it with like loose waves. Oh, love it. What color is that you're wearing?
this is F8/24.
F8/24. Love it. So it has some highlights. It's
It's
so
got
pretty. It's like
beautiful
the perfect
highlights.
cut.
It
And I
is.
love
It's a
that
great.
one has the lace front.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys, that one is on sale right now for $109. That's crazy.
And
I
it
don't know how
is,
long. I don't know how long it'll be that price. So if you guys watch this video later, don't hold me to that. But it's on sale for $109. It's one of my favorite styles. I love that it's heat friendly, so you can take your
mm-hmm.
curling iron. Like with my mom, when I did the Instagram takeover, we did this loose wave, and it was so pretty. But it's so like that's just out of the box. I'm assuming, Kath.
Exactly. This is out of the box. I don't style my wigs because I'm not like good at that. So basically I'll just like take my hands and like finger comb, and that's like this is how this is how she goes. I
I
mean,
love
I
it.
love this because she is like a modified bob, almost like, I don't know if any of you ladies were very hair conscious back in the mid 70s, but remember those cuts? They were bobs, but they were slightly angled and almost like a little bit like a really funky bowl shape. This is kind of what that reminds me of. And I love summer heat so much that I have three, all
Three.
in different shades. Yes,
Oh, I
I
love
have
that.
three. And I can I show you another color in some of these?
Yes, yes,
Okay,
definitely.
hold on,
And I
hold
see a
on.
question. Does that have a lace front? It does have a lace front. Kath, will you show
It
the inside of
does.
that one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, turn it inside out so everybody can see it. I love that it has a lace
Okay,
front.
here we go.
Yeah, it has the lace front and it goes back really far, so it gives you that natural part. But for 109, I mean, a lace
I mean,
front
for
wig
109, you can't
and
go
it's heat
wrong.
friendly.
And the other thing is we have the Velcro adjustable straps, and I think the Velcro straps are far more comfortable than the bras, what I call the bra straps. So
Yeah,
it
because
is
it has
really
that little
comfortable.
hook that's plastic.
And
But
the
yeah, and
ear
then looking at
tabs, I
looking
mean,
at
if you
somebody's
wear
comments about the
glasses, the ear tabs are fine. Like, this is just such a well-constructed wig. It's incredible. So
it's
now
incredible.
I will reach over to my pile, and I am gonna
So I
get
have,
summer heat.
I'm going to address one
Oh,
of the comments here. So somebody's saying how they can't really tell what the colors are. And they ordered one, they had to send it back because of the color. So if you guys have any questions about the color, email me, ask Christina at thewigcompany.com, and you can send me a photo of yourself and I can make a recommendation since I have all the colors. But also make sure when you're shopping on our website, if you tap on a color and you enlarge it, it gives you the color description. So don't just go by the little picture. Like tap it to enlarge it, and you'll see, like, for example, F12/28 is a caramel blonde with a warm red brown base. So that tells you a lot. It's not just the photo now, it's the photo and the description. So be sure you're doing that. But also reach out to me. You can DM me your photo and I can make a recommendation too. Okay, so
that's a
what
good
color is
point.
this?
Okay, this is the shade F24/12.
2412. And you mainly stay in the brunettes, looks like.
I do. I like, you know what? I like the kind of caramel colors the best. I like the brunette caramel colors. I feel that they're universally flattering to every woman out there, whether you have really light, cool tone skin or whether you have darker skin. I think the caramel colors look so great on everyone. My husband prefers me in really dark hair because that's how he met me, when I had dark hair. And
Aw.
the thing is, I will wear hair that I like every day. But when we
Right.
go out on date night, that's the time that he picks the hair. Like Saturday night, we went out to dinner and he was like, "Oh, Cassie, we are going out to dinner. I would like to see you in the dark hair. So you look very sexy to me." So this is how he
I love it
speaks
when
too.
he
He's
uses
got that
his
accent.
accent.
So the key to a happy partnership is compromise. So I wear the hair he likes when we go out, and I wear the hair I like every other time. So it works out really well.
You're giving out wig advice and marriage advice. Love it.
Yeah.
No, so what I was going to say, actually, a fun fact, kind of just one of those things that maybe you guys don't know, is that any wig that is heat friendly, for the most part, up until recently, all of the colors are really warm toned because of the fibers that are needed for these wigs to be heat friendly. They just turn out very warm toned. So most of the blondes have gold tones. The browns have a little bit of that reddish undertone. But with the Raquel Welch brand, there's a new collection of the cool tone shades. And those are all like ash toned colors that are so flattering if you have naturally lighter hair. So look it up online. It's the Cool Toned Collection by Raquel Welch, and it's on thewigcompany.com. But if you want something that's very neutral, very cool toned, then those are going to be really good for you. Okay, what are we looking at next?
Okay, should I put the other
Is it the Summer Heat?
I lost you. Okay. How about Luxurious?
Yeah.
That's a nice longer bob.
Luxurious. Yeah, I'm going to pull it up on
Okay,
here.
and again, this is another Statements brand.
Ooh,
now, this is another Statements. This is in the shade F2412 as well.
F2412. Let's look at that one. I'm going to read the description. 2412.
Okay.
So that's a light brown, and then it has the blonde highlights. It's so pretty. I love the length. So it has some layering to it. How long does it get? Can you lift up a little bit? How long does that go? It's a little bit below the shoulder. Oh, that's perfect length.
And you know, it's really, it's great for the pro-aging woman, because we have a tendency to kind of get jowls and like we don't know where our chins went, and this kind of softens. It does. It softens everything. It's like
it's just so soft around the face. So
it's like
this
plastic surgery.
This one, I hope I don't get in trouble for saying the prices, because of course the prices are right now. They're subject to change. If you're on YouTube 2 weeks from now and you're watching this, don't get me in trouble. This style, Luxurious, which is by Statements, is on sale for $89. And it
the price point is great.
Yeah, that's what I love about the Statements collection, because I love that all the styles are really fashion forward. As a hairdresser, I don't like to be too on trend. I mean, it's fun. It's fun for Instagram to be on trend and show like really cool on trend styles. But like for haircuts, you need something that's classic and flattering. And I feel like Statements is like always going to be on trend because it's just so flattering, like really in style cuts. But for $89, and then it's hand tied monofilament with the lace front. So when you switch to your next one, show us.
I'll take it off.
Yeah, let's see the inside of that one.
Here we go. Here's the front, and we do have the lace front over here.
Yeah,
it's very well constructed. The wefting is fine.
Yeah, that's going to be a lace front mono part. So it's going to be parted in that spot, but you can move it around a little bit. But the lace front is what looks so natural. If you're looking right up front, it lets you pull the hair off of the face too. So for summer, that's actually one of my tips. Our next vlog is going to be all about summer tips, so be on the lookout for that. But I'm going to talk about how you want to kind of get the bangs off of your face. If you know you're going to be outside, you're going to be sweating. So I'm going to give you guys some great tips. I'm not going to tell you yet because I want you guys to catch the vlog, but you want to get the hair off of the face, and lace fronts let you do that, and it still looks natural. What are we going to look at next?
Okay, now we have a Gabor wig. This is one of
Oh, I love this one. We're just going to have to bring out all of your wigs and just play all night with all your wigs.
Oh my God, come into my wig closet. It's crazy.
Oh, we're going to have to get a tour of that at some point.
Okay.
Love that. What's the color on this one?
This is, hold on, this is, I wrote it on the box, sugared nickel.
Sugared nickel?
Mm-hmm.
Actually, that might be one of the new gray shades.
It is. It's a relatively new gray shade. Hold on, I'm going to get my John Renault comb and comb this baby out a little.
Yeah, it's the one, I think it's the one in the picture.
Now, I have two of these. The other, I think, is honey something or but something pecan. But let me.
I love
kind of
how this is
adjust
kind of
this.
like goes back to your very first wig, that really short bob. And then tell
Exactly.
everybody, you know how you were telling me how like the first time that you went to work with your wig on and how you were so nervous?
I
Like for
was.
everybody. So tell everybody about that story. I loved it.
I had Scorpio and I wore her to work one day and I was so stinking nervous. When I got into work, everybody was like, "Oh my God, Cathe, your hair looks so great." So that dispels anything that anybody would think that, "Oh my God, nobody's going to like this," because people are very, very encouraging. I mean, right now where I work now, everybody has known that I've been wearing wigs because I've been there for almost 3 years. And I even have people come up to my desk saying, "Oh, I like that one," or, "Oh, I like the one that you had on yesterday better." I mean, it's great. It's like being Moira from Schitt's Creek.
And so, like, would you recommend somebody like to be like if they're gonna want to change up their looks a lot to just kind of be more open? Like, do you have more fun if you're just open about it and upfront about that you wear wigs and it's just your fashion choice?
For me, I think so. I look at I change wigs the way I change my panties, like every day. It's unbelievable. I think that wigs should be a part of, like, they're an accessory at this
Exactly.
point. And at this point, a lot of things define me. Wigs, my glasses, the way I dress, they're all part of my personal style. So they help to define who I am and what I'm about. And I think that's what's great. I don't think that anybody should be ashamed or embarrassed that they're wearing a wig for whatever reason. There is absolutely nothing to be ashamed or embarrassed about. I mean, most of us have bio hair that really hasn't behaved that well at one time or another. I know when I had my full head of bio hair, even when it started thinning, the process that I had to go through just to style my hair at home was insane because it was really long. And dry. It was super, super duper dry. So I would wash my hair. I only had to wash it once a week because honestly, dirt didn't show up. But that time had to be spent washing, deep conditioning, rinsing the conditioner out, taking big rollers like this, setting each section of hair, letting it dry for a little while, taking a blow dryer,
No,
unrolling each section of
that's
hair,
totally
blowing it. I mean, the whole
no.
process is ridiculous. It's so much easier to just plop a wig on and go. That's it. Like, that's it. And
That's awesome.
in the summer, a wig like this is great. But the other thing that's great about this color is the way that it's so natural looking. I mean,
Yeah, it has
look at
highlights.
the way the blend is amazing. And
And then
again,
show us the inside of that cap. So this is High Society by Gabor. So this one is on sale for $249. So you'll notice the increase in price, but it has more color features and the construction is a little bit different. So you still have the lace front and the mono
mhm.
part, but it has a personal fit cap. So that's a little bit different. It's unique to Gabor. And what that is the materials that they use, like the longer you wear it, it starts to take the shape of your head. So it's a really, really comfortable, almost custom fit. And I love that color that you got. It's a new color,
It is. It's a
but it's
great
part of the
color, but
luxury collection. Yeah.
But what you said about the cap fitting to your head is so true. It's like having a custom-made pair of shoes that the leather kind of molds to your feet.
Yes.
This
Yes.
wig cap molds to your head. So it's basically within maybe 4 or 5 wearings, it's just totally true to size.
Yes.
Now,
So what are we going to look at next? Any more?
yes, I have
We can keep going.
another one this is one of my favorites, Avalon. This one
Avalon.
is
Let me
by
look that up.
Aesthetica Designs. And this is one of my favorite colors of all time, Caramel Kiss.
Oh, I love this style.
This is so wonderful. I love the style of this. This is like nice, loose beach waves. It's got a boho style. I love wearing this with maxi dresses. And
Oh, I love that. Yeah, it has like the softest beach wave to it.
it does.
And
It's a
what I
great,
love about this style too is that it comes in rooted shades. What was the color that you have?
this is Caramel Kiss.
Caramel Kiss. I love that. But so this one, for everybody watching, it's the Avalon by Aesthetica, and it's on thewigcompany.com. This one's on sale for $259. I love that it has the lace front. It has the mono part. I love the style of the beach wave, and it has a little bit more hair. It's a little bit fuller, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it gives you a bit more volume.
Which is nice because if you do like thick hair, or if you've got bio hair or had thick bio hair, this is going to feel so natural on you. It's amazing. And I also I have this in quite a few. I think I have 5 Avalons, and I have them in various colors. But this particular one I've had for maybe 2 years, and
Oh,
I
wow.
hardly look. If I washed her 3 times, it was a lot, and I've worn this a lot. I don't put product in my wigs because I think that if you don't put product in your wigs, if you don't have to, they'll last longer. But the other thing that I don't do, I don't condition my wigs. Like a lot of people use fabric softener to condition their wigs. I don't do that.
Yeah, that's a no-no.
I've ruined a wig that way. So I just don't do that.
But you know what, too? Like that's a great tip. Is like, I feel like your wigs probably last you so long too because you have so many styles that you're kind of changing out.
Mm-hmm.
So always good to maybe even get the same style and have multiples, have a backup. Like when you're washing one, you have your other one that you're gonna put on, or you can get the same style in different colors. I love that you do that too.
Yeah, because you wake up one day, you might feel that you're in a blonde mood, or the next day you might want to be like, oh, I watched a vampire movie last night, so maybe I'll go with dark hair today. Like there's so many options that
or
you
you're
can
on
have.
a date night with your husband.
That's right, or you're on a date night with your husband. But the other thing that I really like is and I want to thank you for having me as your first interviewee. I'm of the mature demographic. Gone are the granny wig days. We are older, but we have a more youthful vibe. And there is nothing that should stop a woman who's of a certain age from wearing longer hair. And that's one question that people ask me all the time, like on my blog and like on Instagram, like, oh, do you think I'm too old to have long hair? And it's like, no. And that's one myth that I really wish that women would just get rid of. You can have long hair.
Yeah. I mean, look at J-Lo. She is like
exactly
rocking it these days.
I know.
Okay,
it's
so
unbelievable.
let's move on to another question. I wanted to know, and I wanted you to share with everybody some of your favorite summer tips. And I know you said you don't really get too hot, which I'm jealous because I'm so hot natured. But tell us some of your favorite summer wig tips.
Well, some of it, and it's true, because I really don't get that, I don't get that hot. I really love the summer. But what I would say is, one thing, if you can get away with it, don't wear the wig cap. It probably will give you a little bit more of a cooling effect, and you won't feel so confined. But the other thing is, if you wear wigs on a regular basis, go for a wig for the summer that has a lower density. I'm not saying to get one that's flimsy and super thin, but just a lower density. Now, as Christina said before, this is slightly thicker. So some people may not want to wear this in the summer. Instead, like a less dense wig would suffice better. And there are
Like
plenty
summer,
of them.
yeah.
And that's, pardon?
Like summer. I was gonna say like summer heat. That's a great one.
Exactly. Summer heat is fantastic. So is luxurious. Like it, you have to really play around. The other thing is limit your time to wear your wig. If you are home, and I know a lot of people right now are working from home, don't wait, like put what hair you have up in a little messy bun if you can, or wear a scarf around your head or a turban, or just go bare. If you're home, you really don't need to have that wig on in the summer, especially if you don't have air conditioning. Save the wig for when you go out. The other thing is, if you lead a very outdoorsy life, if you're at the beach or if you're hiking or whatever, get one of those halo wigs. The halo wigs don't have the crown, so you can slip on a baseball cap or one of those wide brim hats to protect yourself from the sun, and you're going to look fantastic. Trust me. And if all else fails, stick your head in the freezer for a couple of minutes. So
there's some styles by Gabor that you can wear with a hat. So I like that. I love those tips. Also, another question I had for you was, what do you love most about wigs?
I love the convenience of wigs because I'm basically a lazy slob by nature. And after all those years of spending like hours and hours and half a day on my hair, the last thing that I want to do now at my very wise and sage age is to spend time on my hair. Time is too short. I want to enjoy life. I just want to plop a wig on and go because they're so convenient. But the other thing that's really important is the versatility. All of us have been in that position where, will I look good in long hair? Should I cut my hair? Will I look good in layers? If you have a wig wardrobe that affords the versatility of different styles, one day you might want beach waves like this. You can just plop an Avalon on. The next day, you might want a shorter bob. Well, go get your Gabor High Society. And then maybe you're going to a summer barbecue and you want something that's going to be a little bit more weather friendly. Take summer heat. There's just so much that is so positive about wearing wigs than negative. You just have to look for the positive sides. When my daughter Una got married last year, everybody was fussing over their hair. The line, like literally the line for her bridesmaids to get their hair done, they started at like 10 o'clock in the morning and didn't finish till 4 in the afternoon. All I did was go to my hotel room after the makeup artist did my makeup, put my dress on and plopped Alden. That's it. Like and it was easy peasy lemon squeezy. So it's like ease and versatility.
I love that. I love that you said to look for the positive in it, because I think a lot of times as like just humans, we tend to just focus on the negative, or like that's what stands out. But think about all the positives. I love that. Thank you for sharing that. And then also another question I had for you. So if you woke up tomorrow and you did not have to wear wigs anymore, would you still wear a wig, and why?
You better believe I would. I would. I'm so used to wearing wigs now that they've become a part of me. Like each of my wigs, I love my wigs. They're a part of who I am. And why would I go back to even spending hours styling my hair when I can just open up a box and throw a wig on? I've thought about that a lot, and even other people and even family members have said, if you had your hair tomorrow, would you wear a wig? And I'm like, oh yeah, definitely. I wouldn't even think about it.
That's
And you will
awesome.
find people that wear wigs will find that they get so used to wearing wigs that it's like second nature, or actually first nature. That's more like it.
First nature. And
Mhm.
then I know you talked a little bit about how important it is to do your online research, but can you talk to us a little bit more about your tips? I know you're an avid online wig shopper, but not everybody feels comfortable, especially at the beginning. So what are some of your tips for online shoppers?
Well, first of all, research the wig vendors, because there are a lot of scammers out there these days who will take your money and run. So you really have to look for a reputable wig vendor. The wig company is fantastic. There are other wig vendors out there that are wonderful, and you want a wig company that's going to work with you and answer any questions that you have. If you send an email and you don't get an answer in a timely fashion, I would just move on. But also Google hairstyles. If you're perusing the wig styles online, research them. Look at different prices, look at different photographs. Google, like, let's say you're new to wigs and you happen to like the way this Avalon wig looks. Google Avalon reviews and then add YouTube. And then you'll find all these women that are reviewing this particular wig. Always observe. Look at the woman who's doing the review, see what kind of face she has. What's her natural coloring? Is her face shaped like yours? There's so much that goes into it. But the other thing that you want when you are looking at an online vendor, look at their prices. Are their prices comparable to others? Read reviews of that particular wig vendor, because there are a lot of reviews on wig vendors as well. I have a retainer in, so I'm speaking a little weird this evening.
You're
But
good. I didn't even
like,
notice.
just research, research,
Search.
you cannot research enough, because remember, the stock photo doesn't always look 100% like the wig that you want. Look at the descriptions of the wig as well. Some wigs, and believe it or not, this is one of the things that I found that was very daunting. Some wigs are advertised as bobs and they're really not. So you have to really watch it. Do you like a pixie? You might want a pixie that's a little edgy and not one that's so severe. So just research, Google, review, and don't be afraid to reach out to people on social media. I have answered a ton of questions on my Instagram
That's
feed
awesome.
through messages. I'm always, I'm here for you. I may not answer right away, but I will eventually answer. And read blogs. Like, I've got a blog, I've got my YouTube channel, I've got my Instagram. Do that. Go to social media, because social media is your friend. It's not your enemy, but choose wisely and choose what you think will be the best fit for you. Don't listen to your brother. Don't listen to your husband unless you're going out to dinner. Don't listen to your sister or anybody else that may be kind of negative, like, oh, what are you wearing a wig for? You just answer and say, I'm wearing it for me, not you. Bye. And that's it.
That's that New Yorker in you. I love that.
Yeah,
We all need a little bit of New Yorker in us. So you're going to help us out with that.
that's right.
Okay. So all those great tips are amazing because, of course, YouTube. Be careful with scammers. We need to like really do a video about this because it's just so prominent in the wig industry that you'll see a photo of Raquel Welch, but it's on a weird website and it's $30. You're not going to get a Raquel Welch wig. So just be really careful. Do your research. I love that tip from you, Cathe. I know you've been doing this a long time and you're really good at shopping online. So I really appreciate all those tips.
But
So
you said something that's really good. If that Raquel Welch wig is advertised for $30, that's too good to be true. If it's too good to be true, it's not a good buy.
Yeah, for sure.
That's
I mean,
crazy.
the statements wigs are a little bit too good to be true, but if you see them on thewigcompany.com, you're good.
That's it. I mean,
Um,
they're they're very purse friendly without being like questionable in price. I think they're priced extremely fairly.
and so as we're kind of veering in that direction, so why the wig company? What do you love most about
You
us?
know what I love about the wig company is that they've evolved and that they've morphed into this really cool company. Um, they have brand names, but they also have their house brands, and their house brands are fantastic. And I have to say, this is a company that has a suitable wig for every single purse string. If you can't afford
Person.
if you can't afford an expensive wig, if you can't afford to spend 200, 300 or more dollars on a wig, you have their Statements house brand. And I think for a company to do that, it's an amazing thing, because no woman, no matter what she can or can't afford, should ever be made to feel less than beautiful or confident. So you've got this company right here that has help from Christina. Their their customer service is great. The delivery time is great. And the selection is really, really wonderful and well thought out. So I think you cannot go wrong with that. But I also think it's important that this company has such a great like variation in their price. It's wonderful. They're not leaving anybody excluded. So
I love
I think that I thank you
I
for
love
that.
that. I love that. And then also, as far as the statements goes, everybody stay tuned because there's going to be some new styles and some new colors coming soon. So exciting. We're getting close to our hour, so Instagram's going to shut us off. But before we announce our two winners from our giveaway, so our giveaway was held on Instagram. So if you're on now, I'm so sorry. Hopefully you can catch our next giveaway because we will be doing it again. But our giveaway is going to be for two women or winners to select any style from our house brands, and we're going to ship it to them. It's an amazing gift. Kath's going to announce one, and I'm going to announce one. So we'll do that in a minute. But just in case we get cut off, because we can announce the winners in our stories. But any last parting words of wisdom? You have so much wisdom in your experience with wigs. Like, what else can you share with us?
Well, I just want to say, own this. A lot of women have been through a lot. I don't look at hair loss as something to be victimized by. It's an experience, and we all have experiences in our life. You are not suffering from a hair loss, you are experiencing a hair loss. And as such, wigs are a great, great way to build up your confidence. You may have lost confidence. You may have lost a little bit of yourself. Get a wig. You will own it. You will feel miraculously beautiful, and you will deserve to feel beautiful. And that's it. You
I love
own that
it.
wig.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, everybody that's tuned in and spent this hour with us. We're so appreciative. Kath, thank you so much for joining us. You are
Oh, thanks
amazing,
for having
beautiful,
me. I love you
inspiring. I
guys.
love all the positivity that we just soaked up from you. I'm going to hold on to it. Okay, so Kath, do you want to announce your winner?
I will. It's Jacqueline M. Dunn, Dunne. So at, or is it Jacqueline M. Dunn? You're a winner, and
Yay! And she
congratulations.
may not be watching the live, which is okay, but we'll reach out to her. And then our other winner, her name is Sonia Delgadillo, and she is at SH Delgadillo on Instagram, and she is our other winner. Yay!
Yay.
So we're gonna reach out to them, and they get to pick their style and color, and we'll send it out. And we're gonna be doing a lot of giveaways, so you guys be on the lookout. Comment on our post. Follow at the Wig Company. My Instagram is at the hair you love. Kath's is at atypical60. Her page is so cute. You have to follow her. Thank you, everybody that is on and commenting. We love you guys. We hope you love what you're going to see coming forward from the wig company. A lot of great things in the works, a lot of people behind the scenes making some great things happen. So it's super exciting. But everybody
And
stay safe.
definitely, if you ever have any questions, you can always ask me. But if you have questions that you want answered by a pro, go to Christina. She knows everything.
Thank you. Yes, be sure to follow me at The Hair You Love. You can DM me your questions or you can email me, askchristina@thewigcompany.com. And also, just as a little thank you, my Instagram coupon code for all of you guys, I'm so appreciative that you joined us. You can use coupon code AskCJ10 for 10% off. So go use it, go use it, go use it.
Yeah,
Go use
definitely use
Happy
it.
shop.
You'll love it.
So I'm going to type it in. So it's Ask CJ10. So there's your code. Go use it. Have fun. Happy shopping. Everybody stay safe. And Cathe, thank you so, so much. You were so amazing. We're going
Oh
to
my
have you
God,
back.
thank you for
We have
having
to
me.
have you back.
It's been fun, and you know I'll be back.
Yes. Thank you for being so open with us too. Love it.
Hey,
Bye,
it's
guys.
life. Bye-bye. Have a great evening. Love you.